Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Inshallah, today in this ta'aleem we'll be discussing the matter of Adam, Eve, and Iblis. We talked about the foundation of Tauheed, and everything is predicated on Tauheed, understanding that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control of all things. We must also understand the reality of why we're here. What is the foundation? What is our purpose in life? Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I did not create jinn or mankind except that they may worship me. The first thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned was the jinn, because the jinn were in creation before mankind. And thus we'll talk about that today, because Iblis or Shaytaan, he was a jinn. So let's begin with the subject matter of Adam, Eve, and Iblis. Because once we understand the reality of Adam and Eve and Iblis and Shaytaan and what happened, then we'll understand what is our reality with regards to the war that is being waged against us, that's being waged against our children, right? That's being waged against the Muslims in a totality, inshallah. We'll begin with the first ayat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in chapter 2, verse 208. Chapter 2, verse 208. And inshallah, write these ayats down, highlight them in your Quran, asterisk and whatever you want to do, underline them, inshallah, so that you can have your dalil, you can have your proofs, your points, and your evidence with regards to what it is that you're saying in this deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O ye who believe. And again, we talked about when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O ye who believe, he's talking about those who are striving to be the believers. Those who are striving to be saved from the fire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O you who believe, enter into Islam, enter into submission all the way. Kafa, completely. Meaning don't enter into it halfway, 3/4 of the way, 1/4 of the way. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O you who believe, this is the commandment that comes afterwards, enter into Islam completely, all the way, totally. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ, and do not follow the footsteps, the deceptions, or the ways of Shaytan. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost says, O you believe, those who are strong believers, first and foremost, enter into Islam, submit all the way. Submit'ana wa ata'na. Submit all the way. Don't hold back. Tap out all the way. And do not follow the footsteps of Shaytan. Again, Tauheed. All the prophets came with the same proclamation of what? Obey Allah and avoid Tauheed. Obey Allah, Tauheed, and avoid Tauheed. Avoid all the things that transgress the bounds. Or as one of the Sahaba said, Tauheed is Shaytan. So La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, and avoiding and staying away from Shaytan. Just like in this ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O ye who believe. Again, we're striving to be the mu'mineen because we're striving to be saved from the jahim. We want to be saved from the fire. We don't want to be of those that will be dipped in the fire and then taken out later. We want to be of those that enter into the Jannah without any type of reckoning. O you who believe, enter into Islam all the way. Totally. Right? And do not follow. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ, and do not follow the ways of Shaytan. Do not follow the ways of fasha, munkar, the things that are khabith. Do not follow anything that transgresses the bounds. Right? Do not follow Shaytan. So again, when understanding that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us to submit, Allah has commanded us to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah commanded us to avoid Tauheed. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, do not follow the ways of Shaytan. We have to understand who Shaytan is. Who is Shaytan? Why is he such an avowed enemy to us? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the ending of this ayah, إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. For verily he is for you an avowed enemy. Verily he is, and certainly he is for you an avowed enemy, a clear enemy. Right? There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. He is an enemy for you. So understand that Shaytan, he has no remorse. Shaytan is relentless. He don't care about your feelings. He don't care about your emotions. He don't care about your family. He don't care about your soul. Innahum lakum aduwwun mubin. Verily, he is for you an avowed enemy. When you understand that he's your enemy, you understand what you're dealing with. Right? Your enemy, he doesn't take off on the weekends. Your enemy, he doesn't get tired. And say Shaytaan does not get tired. He's relentless. He don't stop. In one of the hadiths, it said that Shaytaan, he's so persistent, he would not quit until the last breath is out of your body. So as long as you have breath in your body, Shaytan's going to be persistent in trying to take you off the Sirat al-Mustaqim. But alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that as long as they ask me forgiveness, I will turn to them in forgiveness. So he ain't gonna let up. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says he won't let up. As long as you keep asking for forgiveness, he won't let up as well. So again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this ayah, oh, you who believe, enter into Islam completely. Enter into submission completely. Submit wa ata'na. Tap out. Wa yusallimu taslima. And they submit with a submissive submission. Submission means that you submit all the way. You tap out. You submit. There is no other opinion. There is no, well, I feel, well, I think, well, I want to do this. That's not submission. That's not Islam. Islam means to submit. And submit all the way, not part of the way, all of the way, and do not follow the ways of Shaytaan. Do not follow the footsteps of Shaytaan. Do not follow the things that Shaytaan will call you to, and which we're going to talk about later. Innahum lakum la'aduwwun mubin, for verily he is to you an avowed enemy. And when you understand that he's your enemy, then you will hate the things that he will call you to. Okay? The next ayah, again, because we're talking about Adam, Eve, Shaytaan, what happened, who was the enemy of mankind, why is he the enemy of mankind, what is it that we're supposed to be looking out for? So we have our dalil. Allah is telling us in the Quran about these things. So in the next ayah, in which we are discussing, the next ayah, which we will be talking about, is chapter 7, verse 27. Chapter 7, verse 27. Allah states, A'udhu billahi min shaitan rajim. Ya bani Adam. O children of Adam. And in understanding this reality of, O bani Adam, Allah is telling us that all of mankind are the children of Adam. We understand the concept that all of mankind came from Adam. O bani Adam. There is no concept, there is no reality of Darwin's theory coming from pigs, coming from monkeys, coming from tadpoles. This is blasphemy, this is falsehood, this is kufr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that the first mankind, the first person that was created was Adam alayhi salam. All mankind came from Adam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya bani Adam, O children of Adam, La yaftinannakum shaytan. Do not let Shaytan cause a fitna to you. Kama akhraja abawaykum min al-jannah. The same way that he made your parents, Adam and Eve, be exited out of the Jannah. So Allah says, O Bani Adam, do not let Shaytan cause a fitna to you. Do not let him cause a trial or tribulation to you. The same way that he made your parents, Adam and Eve, and got them exited from the Jannah. So again, we understand that all of mankind came from Adam. And Allah says, do not let him cause you a fitna like your parents, Adam and Eve, and he got them kicked out of the Jannah. Then Allah says, يَنْزِمُ عَنْهُمَا لِبَاسَهُمَا لِيُرِيَهُمَا سَوْآتِهِمَا. Removing from them their clothing, removing from them that which covered them, so that what was made to be seen from them was their shame, so that you could see their shame. Okay? We're told in the hadith that when Adam and Eve was in the Jannah, that the thing that covered them was a nur. They didn't have clothing. They had a nur. Right? And this nur covered their private parts. This nur covered the things of which they had even any knowledge of. But Allah said that, and Shaytan is the one that removed from them their libasa, their covering, their clothing, in order to show their nakedness to them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, don't be like this, right? And again, we're told that this covering was a nur from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Innahum yarakum, verily he, Shaytan, he sees you. Huwa wa qabiluhu min haythu la tarawnakum. Verily he, Shaytan, sees you, he and his soldiers, from places you see them not. Inna ja'alna shayateen, verily we have made the shayateen awliya lilladina la yu'minun. And verily we have made the shayateen as awliya, friends, protectors, allies to those who do not believe. So in this ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us multiple things. O Bani Adam, do not let Shaytan cause a fitna to you the same way that he caused your parents, Adam and Eve, to be kicked out the Jannah. So we understand that it was Shaytan that whispered to Adam and Eve, our parents, and got them kicked out of the Jannah. And it says, in order to remove from them their clothing, so that you can see their shame can be seen from them. Understand that he sees you. Talking about Shaytan. He sees you, him and his qabiluhu, meaning his soldiers, right? His infantry. So Allah says that Shaytan and his qabiluhu, his infantry, his soldiers, because Shaytan has soldiers. Understand this. The same way that Allah has soldiers, Hizbullah, right? Shaytan has soldiers, Hizb Shaytan. And Allah said that Shaytan, he competes with Allah in everything that he does. We know the hadith where Rasulullah said that Shaytan has a throne on the water, right? And he sends out his soldiers. At Maghrib, he sends out what? His soldiers, his qabiluhu, right? And they go out with purpose. They go out with a plan. They go out with the intent to take the believers off the Sirat al-Mustaqim. Allah says that he, Shaytan, and the soldiers, they see you from places that you see them not. And again, this is another reality about the Jinn, because Shaytan is a Jinn. And the word Jinn comes from the word ijtinab, which means that which is unseen from the eye. That which is unseen. Right? So the Jinn are unseen. So they see you, they're around, right? They're another being, they're another creation from Allah that exists. All right, they see us, but we cannot see Him. So Allah says they see you from places that you cannot see them, and verily they are the awliya, the shayateen, Shaytan, and the soldiers. They are the awliya. They're the friends. They're the protectors. They're the allies. They're the helpers of those who don't believe. So this is very important. Allah said that Shaytan sees you. Shaytan has soldiers. Not only that, that Allah says that they are the awliya of the people that don't believe. So those who don't have iman, those who are the kafirin, those who are the munafiqeen, they are in cahoots with the shayateen. They are the friends and the allies of the shayateen. In another ayah in Surah Al-An'am, Allah says that Shaytan sends down wahyi. He sends down revelation, right, to those who don't believe. So the same way that Allah sends down wahyi, revelations to the prophets, Allah said that Shaytan sends down revelation, wahyi, to those who disbelieve. And this wahyi is through music, it's through songs, it's through hallucinations, through psychoses, where people think that they hear things, or they've been blessed with some type of insight. These things come from Shaytan, right? Those who don't believe, they get power, they get izzah from the shayateen, right? Because they become awliya to one another. So again, we must understand that him and his soldiers, his tribe, they see you, but you see them not because they're invisible. These are the jinns. Then Allah says, with قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ تِسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ كَانَ مِنَ الْجِنِّ. Allah says in chapter 18, verse 50, again, proving that Shaytaan was a jinn. The devil was a jinn. He wasn't a fallen angel. This is something that is a fairy tale in Christianity and other folklores, that the devil was a fallen angel. He was a jinn. And we must understand that that is part of our Aqeedah, to understand that Shaytaan was a jinn. Allah says in chapter 18, verse 50, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ كَانَ مِنَ الْجِنِّ. And when we said to the angels, bow down to Adam, they bowed down except Iblis, kana mina jinn. He was of the jinn. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us another reality. And again, this is a foundation about the war and what's going on and why we're here.